like perfect for you? Do you like winter, Chachi? Or just rain? You like rain, but not when it's cold.
No. See, because I was born in Texas, I saw snow 3 times before I moved to Finland, and I got snow maybe once when I was a kid, and it was like this much. And so I always said I love winter because summer
like
is just way too hot.
Thing, yeah.
It's like, oh, in winter I love it, and then I got to experience winter, and I'm doing my best.
Yeah. The visual
I think it's
of winter.
really beautiful. I love to
It
look
can
at
be.
it from our window.
The visual is
Yeah.
stunning. But yeah, standing in it.
It's about dressing right. I realize that because if you got on your layers, your wool layer,
And you have to take care of your feet. You have
Yes,
to make
it's the
sure your
feet.
feet are staying warm
Wool
and dry.
socks,
Wool
dry.
socks.
Wool
dry
socks.
is the key.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
Can't
last,
mess around.
last winter, like the winter already kind of snow melted away and it rained back in or snowed back in. And about like 3 times, well, whatever. I'm losing my train of thought. But like the winter came 3 times.
Oh, like it came and then it was
Yeah,
like,
you
oh,
think-
spring's coming. And then
It's like,
winter
nope.
came again.
And the house where we live in, you drive down to our driveway and it packs snow because the wind blows from the ocean and it just packs up like 1.5 meters of snow.
Oh, wow.
So like 4 feet of snow. And I
Thank you.
remember
Thank
coming,
you for doing
Even I
those
was like-
conversions for us.
and I ended up coming home 3 times and she's just shoveling the snow there to get the car out.
So you
And
got the
she's like-
shovel and everything.
And she's like, they say, come to Finland, they say. They say it's the
happiest country in the world, they say.
yeah, 6 times in a row.
Yeah, you're like, what's everyone so fucking happy about?
Oh, they
It's
put in all
raw.
this hard labor.
It's like the duration. Everything's beautiful for a weekend or a week, at the lodge. But
Yeah, we
it's the
visit
length
Chicago
of
for
time.
Christmas and
Yeah.
like being there for 2 weeks, I'm like, give me a blizzard. Like, I'm like, can I shovel the driveway? Like, I'm so excited to do
Sure.
it. But like,
'Cause you
I'm
can just-
going home. It's like being an uncle to winter. It's like I can rile the
Yeah.
kids up and then like, bye. Like,
You
and
got a blast.
I don't have to live with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's doing, for a Texan, she's doing really good.
But I really do love living in Finland. I get all 4 seasons, which is really good for our sanity.
It is
Yeah.
fun for
It's-
kids to
It
have
is,
the
yeah, and they
seasons
love
like
the
that.
snow.
Oh yeah.
And all the
Kids love
activities
it.
that
Yeah.
come throughout the year. It is a nice rhythm.
I still haven't figured out how to keep her feet warm though, because every time we go outside, we walk on the ice or on the ocean because it freezes over.
Okay, but-
or we go, sliding down the hills, take the kids, and they're all happy and cheeks are red, and Chachi's like, I can't feel my feet.
Well, listen, he wants to go for a family walk on the ice when it's minus 30 Celsius.
Yeah, no thanks. Haven't you heard
That's
of
the most
Netflix?
Yeah, you're
beautiful
like,
time.
chill.
It's crispy. It's nice.
First, I'm terrified walking on the ocean.
Yeah.
2, I'm freezing.
You're like, I can't keep her feet warm, so I take her out on the ice. They still get cold. I don't know what to do.
I just keep telling her, put your thumb in your mouth, and it's just like, all right. I don't know what it has
Let me
to do
pull
to
off
keep
my
your feet
7
warm,
gloves first.
When
But I
I
know
was
what
in,
it has to do to keep your feet warm.
That's a Finnish
Well, it's
trick.
Nice to suck on your thumb.
it's a distraction at least. When I was in Finland, like you guys taught me like
This thing.
this thing, yeah.
This
So
thing.
you like
The penguin
jolt your
shimmy.
hands out, and then you shrug your shoulders really hard, and you feel the blood pump into your hands, and it keeps your hands from going
That's
numb.
smart. That's nice.
It works for most
The blood
people.
rushes in there and it warms it up.
Yeah,
I'm just shit out of luck.
it's like a Finnish. That's something you learn in the special forces or something, right? Or just everyone in
Wow.
Finland knows
You learned that in kindergarten.
that.
Kindergarten in Finland is the special
I was getting
forces.
some cool knowledge. Yeah, it is this like
They play in all weather.
yeah. So you've been in Finland for like 4 years now,
Next month it'll be 4 years.
Wow.
and like, so what's your?
How lucky. Wow.
Are you one of the
I am.
happiest people on earth?
She's actually one of the legal Mexicans in Finland right now.
Wow.
I used to joke about that because I was illegal there for so long,
Oh,
and I was
that's
like, "How
funny.
funny is it that you have an illegal Mexican wife?"
Legal Mexican immigrant in Finland. Yeah. That is funny.
It took
But I'm
us for a
legal now.
while to...
You're legal now.
I'm legal now.
So you have
dual
a
citizen-
Because
Citizenship, or-
I was I'm not a citizen yet. I'm just a resident.
okay,
I
but you
applied
can
for
legally
my
be there.
yeah. I applied for my residency a few years ago, but then I missed you have to reapply because they only grant you 1 year and then they grant you 5 years, and I missed that. So then I was illegal again for a little while.
Oh.
But then
Just for old
I just
time's
got
sake.
granted before I came here. So this, just
Wow.
to
But
get a little
you were
rush.
illegal in Finland
Congrats.
for over a year. Because he can
I
be there
was.
for 3 months, but then the COVID happened and
Yeah.
we didn't know what to do, if we're going to come back here or if we're going to stay in
I
Finland.
got
so
fined
she got a ticket for
90
being...
euros.
Wow.
In the
For being there,
US,
you're paying
messing
rent
around.
basically. They're like, you want to stay, you got to pay rent.
but in the US, if I'm here illegally, they'll give me 5 years of not getting to enter the country.
Yeah,
They'll
that happened to a
ban
buddy
me
of mine.
from the USA
Yeah.
for 5 years. That's why I'm legal.
Hence the legal paperwork. Anybody, any feds watching.
IRS, anybody who's checking,
He's
whoever
legal.
checks it.
So the 4 years you've been in Finland, like, what's your sense of Finland like changed? You know, because when you first get somewhere, it's so new.
Yeah.
Versus like how Finland feels to you now. Is there like,
Choose your words wisely. Why? Finland's listening.
I always say that I settled into Finland quite nicely, gracefully, because I was already kind of yearning for a change when I was living here. I never saw myself living in California or raising a family here. And I wanted to move out of the country. I didn't think it would be Finland, but I'm super happy that it turned out to be. I think the language is like the biggest, what the heck is going on here? And the nudity.
Mä en ymmärrä, mistä sä puhut. Tää on ihan helppoa.
it is a funny, ridiculous language. You're
It
right.
is. It looked like drunk texting. And then everybody's just like naked in the saunas and stuff. And I grew up in a really strict Mexican Catholic household where you feel wrong if you see yourself naked.
Yeah. You don't even get
So-
naked in the shower. You're like,
Yeah, exactly. Never nude.
But Finland is a really wonderful country because one, it's so beautiful, and two, the people are so genuine. They're pretty reserved, but once you get to know them and start peeling back the layers,
like
they're
me.
the friendships.
yeah,
the
reserved. Yeah.
totally humble, just. But I feel like the friends that I've made there, they're lifelong friendships. So I really love Finland. I think it was just, I called it Narnia in the beginning. It still kind of is Narnia, but it's home now. So
So cool.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, like at what point did it feel like Finland is my home?
I
Because that's a
think-
big change.
Yeah, once I started making my own friend group and kind of working there, and then
Yeah.
it started to feel like, and I have my own route, I have my own routine, I go to gym, I go to stores, like I have my own things.
Nice.
That's when I started to feel like it was home.
And she took over Finland. She's been in magazine covers. She did Masked Singer in Finland, so everybody
Yeah.
knows who she is now.
That's so cool.
How
Masked
wild.
Singer, like.
Yeah.
So they approached you for that? Oh, wow, it just got so quiet. Didn't it?
Our house is never this quiet.
Yeah, it's nice.
I stopped breathing.
Yeah. Darth Vader over here. But yeah, so I mean, were you like immediately like, yes, I want to be on the Masked Singer? Like, how does that go?
Well, let me take a sip of water.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
We're putting you
We
in a hot
hydrate. We
seat.
hydrate around here.
Yeah, I was all day in the sun, can you tell?
Yeah, you guys are coming off a day at the beach with no
Yeah.
sunscreen.
Jukka.
You wish you had that costume on today. Except you would probably had
I
a
would've
heat stroke.
died,
Actually. Yeah,
yes.
you would have died.
The Masked Singer, yes. I wanted to do Masked Singer because I had been on and off pursuing music for a lot of my teen years, and it just never felt like the right time. I still had a lot of nerves around singing, and I figured there's not a more perfect situation than singing behind a mask, and nobody knows that it's me. So I started manifesting it, and then I had some representation there for a hot minute, and they were able to get me on the show, and it was pretty life-changing for me. It was just such a fun, cool show to be on, to dance in a freaking purple wolf costume and sing songs that I love.
She did Blackpink songs, so she did a
I learned a song in Korean.
She learned a song in Finnish too, but she never performed it.
And I'm very happy I did.
Finnish rap.
Oh my
So
god.
then they would have been like, okay,
That's
so
sad
she's not
definitely.
Finnish. Yeah, like,
But I think another cool thing about the whole Masked Singer was because we used to watch the show with the kids, and they're all guessing who's
They
who.
didn't know.
And then like, when she got invited to the show, she's like, never gonna
And then
tell
you
the
have to-
kids. So we filmed every show. And because from the first episode, the judges always thought, somebody guessed that it's Chachi Hildenpää. The third episode, everybody's saying it's Chachi.
So I was the first performance of the first episode, and after that, the kids were like, when they said, "Oh, this is Chachi," and they start laughing, they're like, "Ha ha, Chachi, they think that's you. You can't do that." And every episode, they just were like, "No," and because in Finland it's pre-recorded, but in America it's live. So I think they also thought it was live. So they were like, "Chachi, you're right here."
She's here,
And so
she's
then
not there,
they kept
yeah.
asking me, and I just played along. They were like, "So is this you?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm right here. How could I be there?"
so how does it work? They knew it was you right away? Or was it
Well-
like that wasn't their final answer?
Only one of the judges from the beginning knew that, okay, I think this is her because of the dancing, and also I don't sing with a Finnish accent. It's kind of obvious, but
But it's an audience vote.
yeah.
Oh.
So it's not about the judges. But
Yeah.
it was kind of getting boring because from the third episode to the 10th episode, it was all the 4 judges said
Yeah,
Chachi Hilden.
yeah. They tried for a couple to guess other people, but then it just became, and my clues were not super tough, so I felt like it was pretty obvious.
I mean, even the dancing alone, like were other people doing like proper dancing like
her
that?
choreography.
They mostly just kind
I
of
had this-
stand there, right?
Yeah, I had this massive helmet, and it was so heavy, and the only breathing holes were the eyeballs, and they were so far apart that I
The
had.
seeing holes and the breathing holes are the same holes.
Yeah, it was horrible. But they were so far apart that I had to like twist my helmet, so I'm just looking out of one like
And
eye,
breathing out of the other.
and and
Yeah.
and every time I would take off my helmet, once I got back to my room, I was cross-eyed because I was
my
trying
God.
so hard to look through one, and then I had this huge tail, and so then when I met with the choreographer of the show, she was very excited to work with the dancer, and my shows were full out. I was like, they were flipping me and doing crazy stuff, and
Wow.
yeah.
Is your
it was
singing
hot.
pre-recorded or you're singing
It was
live?
it was pre-recorded, but
Okay.
they wanted to have the live effect, so
course.
so they're not like crazy mixing it, and they're asking you to do things like if it was sung in English, I'd be like, okay, everybody hands up, like everybody
Oh.
with me, but I had to do it in Finnish.
Yeah.
And so my first episode, they totally did me dirty with this. They had me say kaikki mukaan, and that means like everybody with me.
Come on,
But
everybody.
When I was
Kaikki mukaan.
but when I was recording the songs first, I was just very nervous because it was my first time back into singing and just all the nerves. So I wasn't focused on my Finnish pronunciation. So I was like, kaikki mukaan. And so the judges are speaking and they were like, I heard this. You're not Finnish.
Right, like right away. They
Right
knew.
away. They
Yeah.
heard the accent. Yeah.
But the fun part about not telling kids was when the 10th episode and the reveal came, they're all, I knew it was you from the beginning. I'm like, nah, we got it on tape. You did
Yeah.
not.
Oh my God. So you filmed them watch it be
filmed
revealed that it was
every
you.
episode to see if somebody would like change their mind.
Wow.
And then maybe they started to like guess, because then their friends at school were also like, is this Chachi? This is Chachi.
Wow.
And the character's name was Party Animal.
Sisu is still saying that he knows, but I just don't believe him at all. You literally said, Chachi, you can't do that.
They're
They said it was, after a while
So it
they started
wasn't
saying.
you, it was a
Basically,
clone
yeah,
of you.
you're all-
Because
Alter
then
ego.
the clues, they were like, but wait, there was like a clue about me vomiting on my sister when I fell asleep on the toilet as a kid. And that's a very specific toilet. Sorry,
So
toilet.
he knows that story.
So he was like, wait, Chachi, that was yours. And I was like, could happen to anybody.
It's more common than you think, actually. Very common.
Happens a lot in Texas.
Yeah, it's a
you know?
Texas thing. You're Finnish, kid. You don't know. Wow. Yeah, that's so cool.
trip.
And then now you're doing like singing. Like you're
Yeah.
pursuing this singing a little more seriously.
I am.
From
I am.
The
yeah.
courage built
a
up
lot
from
of
that
it is still not announced, but
Okay.
there's a lot of really fun stuff happening, and I'm just feeling super grateful and lucky to be able to pursue my dream and
so sick.
do what makes me happy.
Good for you, Chachi.
Under the
exciting.
northern lights in Finland. What could be better?
Yeah.
With the most humble husband. And
fire
Shoveling the
Deserved.
driveway, living your dream.
Hey, 6 years in a row, world's happiest country. 6
That
years
is
in a row.
How do they measure that? What's the measurement for happiest country?
You want me
in
to go
Finland?
to details? It's
Why
pretty
not?
specific.
Is it like they? But
Yeah, it's like some sort of organization that actually does like there's how safe and what the education is and the healthcare and then bunch
Equality,
of other stuff.
all
and-
sorts
Yeah.
of things.
So okay, and they're like based on this. These must be the happiest people, just because like it's the best. It's basically saying you're the best country.
Duh.
He's not going to deny it.
but
like,
what can
I
I
mean-
say? You said it.
Well,
Your
but they're
words
not like
mine.
going around testing people's happiness. They're looking at like other metrics and
Like an
assuming that
Could you
you're-
imagine?
like a fever
Yeah,
meter.
right.
yeah,
Oh, you
like
must be from Finland.
yeah.
They're just like doing surveys on the street. Are you happy?
Are you happy?
No? Okay.
It's like at the airport. There's like when you walk out of a bathroom, it's like how was the bathroom? Smiley
Right,
face or sad
face.
face?
Hexacoffee.com. You can check out using promo code ELK and get 10% off your total purchase. Try a little bit of everything.
I don't know how they do it, but it's a thing, and
It's a
we've
thing.
been really good at it.
I mean,
think
it
it's
is
a
a
good
good
place to
country.
live.
Being
because-
happy.
The big difference for living in California is you really live to work, and I think in Finland it's more. You get more of your life with month-long summer vacation. Everybody has 3 weeks in the winter. Then you got your skiing vacation, your spring vacation. They're all 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, there's so
love
many
that.
vacations, yeah.
People,
God
when you're on
bless
vacation, people don't call you because it's offensive to call.
Like in the month
For
of
work.
July, yeah, if you get a work call in the month of July, it's like, you bitch.
Wow.
I love that.
I love that
sounds
too.
Fabulous.
So it's got like built into your culture is a balance of work and life, and work is not even 50% of it. I mean, it's like,
No, I think
whereas in
more
LA,
family.
you're getting a phone call at like 9:30, and it's like, hey, did you see my email? Like, what the fuck or whatever, you know?
It's what was that? There's a funny Instagram called Very Finnish Problems, and there's something like in Finland when you have a vacation, it's like I'll be gone on my summer house for the whole month of July. Don't call me. And then in LA, you're like, I'm going to a surgery, but my assistant will get back to you within an hour. Kind of a thing. Like,
Right.
You know.
Like, God forbid, I'm unreachable for like a
A
second.
second.
Yeah.
But I really love, that. I always, wherever I go, I always look at the good sides because everything's always a two-sided
good and bad
word.
everywhere.
But
Sure.
I think Finland has a lot of good things for families and for kids and for people who want to live life. But then if you want to really go after your career and like build something huge worldwide or globally, obviously US has more opportunities for that. So I think that like how ambitious US can be is what I miss. But
Yeah.
Finland is,
It's a dope
Finland.
spot.
world's happiest country.
It's a really
Goddamn.
cool spot. Yeah.
Christine, you ready to go to Finland now or what?
I don't know. I mean,
Do
can we
it,
stay inside by the fireplace all winter? Because
Absolutely.
I don't ice skate much.
She's not a
these
winter girl.
days. It's not my favorite season. No,
But we can go in the summer. It's really
Summer's awesome.
summer would be cool. But I mean, winter vacation I can handle.
Sure.
Finland. I'd be all about
like a
it.
cabin.
Imagine
woods.
living in like an igloo with a glass roof. You're looking at northern lights. You
Stunning.
got reindeers running around.
You know, because I
Wolves
used
howling.
it does sound nice.
Yeah, I'm about it.
The reindeer.
wolf eats the
People were
reindeer
saying,
right in front of
no, don't do it.
Take a little chug of reindeer blood for the.
See, I told you they drink reindeer
really
blood.
do. You weren't kidding.
And there's like, what is it? The blood pancakes or something?
Oh, we
Yeah.
put the
Yeah,
blood in
hey,
pancake mix.
you eat the blood sausage in Germany too. I didn't eat
Wait,
that either.
whose sausage?
I ate a bloody sausage in Germany.
Yeah.
Look, we were all very
Yeah, you
drunk.
did, Paul.
Let's move on. it's a blur. I don't remember. But yeah,
Everything's doable in a short time. I used to live in Arizona, and people would often say, like, I could never handle the heat. And you can. You can
figure it
handle the
out.
heat. You adjust. But
and you
after
avoid
s-
being outside.
it's like reverse winter. But, it's the duration that gets you. Like, by September or October, where I'm used to it being cool and experiencing fall, it's still so hot. And
Scorching.
I'm like, it's almost just like my psyche. I crave it so bad. But anybody can
Yeah.
roll a little bit.
Well, you guys are always welcome to Finland.
I
Yeah.
hope to
Thank
get
you.
out there. Maybe it
Come
will
and
be
stay
summer.
in our
maybe
home with our
winter.
herd of children
Oh,
and
yeah.
animals. We've got like a whole farm basically.
Really? What
We-
animals do you have?
We've got a donkey. Just kidding.
And a skunk. You need to go poop. we got three dogs.
Oh, beautiful.
But two of them are LA dogs.
But you knew.
I
Did
knew
you
your one
ever
dog.
meet Bandit, the white one?
Well, what was the one? I
What a
met
Rex.
one
You know
when-
What a
Rex.
good dog name.
Rex.
Bandit.
Rex, I met. The puppy.
T-Rex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's not a puppy no more. He's
Sure,
a
I
big
bet.
boy.
But I met he was the tiniest puppy. Oh, no, and you had two.
We
You had a
had
second
the
one
second
then.
one when I got pregnant with Sophia. That was my pregnancy kid. Because I was like,
Maybe
I
I
need a
didn't know
dog.
you were pregnant. I don't know.
I
I
don't-
remember the dog, but I don't remember thinking like,
I
wow,
don't
Chachi's
make-
pregnant.
Yeah, it was crazy, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know it's just
or
something.
was she ever even pregnant?
Now the conspiracy started. I was pregnant. Okay, I was very pregnant.
Is this alien? Is Chachi an alien?
I
Honestly.
mean,
Can't confirm nor deny.
And so then you were an illegal alien in Finland before. And so now you have a third dog. Is
Yeah.
this the like?
but wait, so Dumb and Dumber, they're LA dogs.
Okay.
Tweedledee, tweedledum.
T-Rex
Thing
and
1 and thing
Bandit.
2.
And then we adopted a running husky, a sled dog from Lapland.
A few years ago, when he
And
was
he's run
11.
over 25,000 kilometers, which is a lot of miles.
Yeah.
Record running dog, a beautiful, beautiful,
His name is
handsome.
Mars.
A little dumb too, because he's always lived in wilderness
Yeah.
and slept outside. And then we bring him to Helsinki to the
He's
a
got no
real
manners.
city,
He's
and
a
he doesn't
country
know
boy.
what a car is, or what like a street is, or what stairs are. And he's like, I thought like I get this wild dog that's ran a lot and knows everything, and then it's just
Right.
like a dumb doesn't really know anything. thing.
But he's so sweet and so kind and loving and patient, and he's just happily retired on our couch. He's also eating our couch. Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean this isn't food? Everything's food.
Everything is.
Yeah.
Outside, play,
Yeah.
run.
You thought you were going to be like John Wick or something. Yeah. Wow.
We had a dead bird. We had a dead bird in our backyard a few weeks ago. Birds terrify me, which
My
is
sister
kind.
is terrified of birds.
It's kind of stupid because my favorite animal is a giant bird. It's a penguin, but the flying ones, the sky
Penguins are
rats,
cute.
they're
Can't fly.
the sky rats. Those are different. The birds are out to get me. Every time I am home alone, when we first moved into our house, I had left the balcony door open, and a bird just flew in. It was hanging in the living room, and I'm freaking out trying to get it out. But that's not the worst part. I was
Rex got it.
No, another time I was filming some content, and I just saw like a pile on the carpet, and I was like, "Oh, dogs probably ate a sock or just chewed up some toy." When I vacuum in a little while, clean it up. As I'm approaching the pile, it's a chewed up dead bird,
Oh. Inside the house?
and I had to move it. I had to get it with the thing in. I just don't like doing those things.
Not a bird fan.
No, not a bird fan.
Oh.
We
What
we were in Amsterdam when she was getting her tattoos, and there's so many bikes
And birds
the
and
flow of the bikes. So she's like in the middle of this bicycling highway, and there's bikes coming from every direction, birds coming up and down, and bees riding
And the
her. But
bees.
they're all
Oh my
up
God.
to get me. Birds, bees, and bikes.
It is not good for my social anxiety there.
See, there were a lot of bees in Germany when we were there. I feel like everywhere we went, there were just bees everywhere.
They were thriving. Yeah, they don't have as many pesticides in Europe
Must
as we
not.
do in
But
America.
I'm kind of glad we do. It's too many bees.
Well, we gotta
Bees.
figure
Well,
out. We
we didn't have to deal with
gotta
bees,
figure you out.
Birds
Bikes.
and bikes.
Awful.
You gotta go.
It's awful.
Give it a little test.
Oh, wow.
Just stand in the crossroad
Amsterdam.
and wait. They're all gonna hit you.
You know, so speaking of hamsters, as we're talking about that, it reminded me of
Ooh, I know what you're going to talk about.
when we were in Peru.
Oh, but
And
that was
Wes-
a guinea pig.
Photo.
Bless them, ate a guinea pig. Or did everyone eat the guinea pig? Or
I
Wes
don't know.
ate the eye or something?
Yuka ordered, he switched Wes's food. We were supposed to get like a pizza or something, and he switched it to the guinea pig, and that was what he was left to eat. I'm scrolling so hard because I still have this.
Oh my God, I can't wait to
And-
see this again.
Yeah, it was. And he
So
ate
you know
it.
this, like, we all met in Peru. Well, I mean, no, I knew Yuka before that. We met Chachi in Peru because she was on that Ultimate Expedition
Okay.
show
Yeah.
where I
That's the
fell
first time we met.
at the end. So
was
when we all
wild.
first got to Peru,
Hey, you flew.
I flew. It's falling with
Flew
style.
like a
I'm like
penguin.
Bud Lightyear. Yeah, I flew like a penguin. I was like, I'm a bird. Wait, I'm a penguin. But when we first got to the town in Peru, we all had to acclimate to the
Altitude.
To the
Yeah.
altitude. So we just spent like a few days in this town, and the cast all got to know each other, and there was obviously like interviews and things to do. So one night, the whole cast went out to dinner. And I guess Wes ordered a pizza, and then Yuka talked to the waiter and said he actually wants a guinea pig.
And the guinea pig is like a traditional, delicious
Sure,
meal.
delicacy.
Yeah, they eat it there. And so there's this
Oh.
guinea pig that shows
I don't
up.
love it. Oh.
And then Wes ate the eyeball, didn't he?
Oh, I
And
know.
then it's just served on the plate.
So somewhere there's the footage of Wes eating the eyeball. It was like, because production gave everybody cameras too, because you're supposed to film yourself. That was like a big part of the production of the show,
Yeah.
like the self-filming. So everyone had cameras too. So it was filmed on like, I think there's multiple angles of it too. I wonder if
Yeah.
we can dig it up somewhere.
Feels
We
like there's a
should.
real opportunity there.
Oh my God, it was so funny.
And then
my
he
gosh.
enjoyed it. He was like, it tastes like chicken. You have issues.
Wait, who said it tastes like chicken? The eyeball tasted like chicken?
No. I
Tastes
don't
like a
I don't
chicken's
know-
eyeball.
I don't remember how the eyeball situation went, but the rest of the hamster's body. It just looks like they took the hamster and dumped it in the fryer and then put it on the plate.
But they kind of they
Yeah,
flayed him out. Yeah,
too much in the
exactly.
same
Yeah, he was. There wasn't a lot of preparation done to the body. Yeah, like did they even like defur him, or did it just like it'll burn off in the oil? You know,
I think
like,
it'll
That's what
just burn off.
happened. It's like they just kind of lured in there.
well, yeah. When you go to like a market, there's just like a bag of live like guinea pigs there, and you can just like pick one and just like eat
I
it.
have very bad.
But talking about drinks and food in Peru, I got the worst diarrhea of my life. It almost made me believe in whatever. Because so Steve-O has this thing, right?
Yes.
Wherever he goes to, he drinks the tap water because he likes to keep his bacteria levels good or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
And even in India, he has drank from what's the
Nile
holy
River, or the
holy
Ganges?
river there? Ganges.
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 Ganges. So he has even drank from that, and there's bloodies flowing in that river. So he came
Not
to
the
me like,
cleanest.
"Yeah, Jukka, you wanna come over here to the toilet with me? You wanna drink some of this? Take a sip of this toilet water." I'm like, sure. He's got a big ass teacup, and I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, this is good, right? Doesn't taste so bad." Until next morning, I wake up and I shit my butthole out. It was like the worst. And that was the day we were doing the test hike. So
Yeah.
we're already kind of going, and I've been just like puking and pooping myself.
And you're the host of the show.
Yeah, and that too.
So like, because you don't get to sort of have like a bad time, you know, like the cast, they can be like, "Fuck this," it's like that's kind of what people want to see. The
Yeah.
cast be like uncomfortable and like complain, but like you're the host, so you got to be like, "All right,
I love
here we go,
this.
guys."
Yeah.
Like you got to keep it positive and like not like make anything kind of negative for other people, you know, like so.
And at the same time, it's like English is not my first language, and I got this great cast of people, you know, big stars like Steve-O and Chuck Liddell, and we got Chachi and everybody there, and I'm trying to keep up the energy and the vibes and say the right things, and all I can think of is the shit coming out of my butt.
Dude.
Sorry for the language, but that
You
was
can say whatever you
that
want.
was a rough start for the show.
I think everybody's stomach issues in Peru, you can say whatever you need to say about it. It was shit.
Yeah, everybody went through it.
Everybody
huh?
had a moment. I didn't have my moment until we were going back down at the very end.
And then you had to what, like shit outside somewhere.
Yeah, well, because it was like everybody started going back at different times, or everybody just kind of split up. I started going down with you, but then my stomach problems started to hit, and I was just walking slowly, and then he was like, "Okay, bye." He just peaced out.
Well, what do you want him to stand there while you shit?
Well, no, because I didn't voice what was happening to me, because I was like, maybe it'll pass. I have like stomach issues all the time, so I'm
Sure,
like,
sure.
It'll
Yeah.
just pass. And then I just realized, I'm like, I don't have paper, I don't have anything, and I'm by myself on this 3-hour hike.
Oh God.
Well, what I was trying to do is have a conversation with you, but you never told me what's
Yeah,
wrong with you.
because
So I was
my
thinking,
butt
like, maybe
was
she's
about
not
to
really.
explode.
Some
Maybe
like
she's
me.
not feeling my like company on this hike, so I actually just decided I ran all the way down.
Yeah, like within the first 5 minutes. And it
Wow.
was horrible. And I remember, who was it? One of the, was Alyssa. It was like, you left her by herself.
No, it was Steve-O.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna tell the bigger kids to go to bed.
Okay.
Hei, nyt on aika mennä nukkumaan.
Yeah. Do you know, like, you said you've learned a little bit of Finnish.
Minä en puhu suomea, mutta minä ymmärrän kaikki hyvin.
That sounds great. I mean, like
I
your
can
accent is
speak
good.
more than I give myself credit
So
for.
what did you just say?
I said I don't speak Finnish, but I understand everything.
Oh, that's a scary thing to say to Finnish people, you know? Yeah, you're like,
and they are scared of it, because then sometimes they don't know, especially him, when he figured out that, like, I know what you're saying. Can't talk shit anymore. Yeah.
so do you just kind of let
Gigs
people
up.
say,
Good night, kidders.
love you both?
See you in the morning.
So nice to meet you.
Do you just kind of like let people say what they're going to say and then wait till the end to be like, say that badass line that
Well,
you
I
just
mean,
said?
the Finnish people are really kind in the way that even if there's just one English-speaking person in the room, they all switch to English. So, like, everybody pretty much speaks English. But I mean, I would like to start speaking more, especially because his parents don't speak English. So it's nice I want to have a conversation with his mom, because she's like the nicest person I've ever met in my entire life.
Wow.
So one day, we're working on it. She speaks more English than she gives herself credit for.
And you speak more
And
Finnish.
So I've been spending a lot more alone time with her, and rather than just having a relationship through Google Translate, I'm really trying. So I feel like we've gotten another like boost in conversations, because I'm like, I might as well just try.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cute. That's
cool.
That's amazing.
We
That's
used to
kinda
do
cool.
this thing with the kids. We went to supermarket or something. Okay, next 2 hours we're only gonna speak Finnish. So we forced Chachi to speak
Like in
Finnish.
the most inconvenient times. Wait, wait.
You're like, Chachi, the police are here. They're ready to talk to you. Okay, only Finnish. What?
The immigration office.
Yeah,
Okay, let's do it in Finnish this time.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's the best like shit talking language too. Like nobody else speaks Finnish other than Finnish people. So if I'm in another country, I can like, if I not always just shit talking, but also if I need to say something in private.
Yeah. It is
So
like a
mostly
secret
shit
language.
talking.
Yeah.
It sounds
she's a
fierce.
shit
Like
talker.
you sounded
No,
like
I'm
a
not.
warrior when you said that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you
Oh,
whatever thing you said, the Finnish thing, it was badass.
It was.
Puhuisitko mulle vähän suomea?
Ei,
Se on jotenkin niin kivan kuulosta. Anna tulla.
ei, ei ole kiva.
No niin, no niin. You know what he just said?
Yeah,
Wow.
telling me to.
She knows.
I do. You know.
You know? Wait, what's that from?
He's from Hollywood Boulevard. He's the guy that's with the muscle. He's always like, you know.
You know?
And it's always his birthday.
He's been on our videos too.
Yeah, we met him when you met him separately. Like
I met him
doing-
separately multiple times, and it's
my
always his birthday.
We had the same moment with her.
Years
And
ago.
I went,
yeah.
you know, to something, and she went, you
You
know?
know?
And I'm
And you're
like,
like, you know?
You know? You know? We know?
So he's like one of the people like on Hollywood Boulevard that's like there to like kind of
the
be
guy,
a
a
tourist
hype man.
attraction. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
kind of a hype man,
But
but
he's
he's like a
just-
staple.
Yeah, he's just like a muscle dude.
So we've filmed on Hollywood Boulevard, and kind of everybody has. So you run into him, and he's just like he's awesome, and
You
he's
know?
like he'll get all up in your
Oh
video,
my god!
you know.
No, yeah, I was filming some dance stuff there for my reality show, and he was like literally picking me up. You know?
But I was trying to, we just went to Hollywood Boulevard, and I was trying to look for him. He wasn't there anymore. I mean, it's been 4 years, so,
Yeah.
or 5
Maybe he
years.
doesn't know anymore.
He doesn't know anymore. But
You know?
Who does? Who knows
forgot?
anything these days?
Wow, man.
That was such a great reaction because you went right away.
I know. I was like, well, I knew it, but then I was like, what is this? What am I even like?
Yeah.
Like my body knew before I knew. Wow. Because what was the bit we did? Was that like the like Ultimate Warrior, like Halloween?
Yeah,
thing?
that's what it was.
When we were walking around.
Or was it that or the presidential election thing?
Oh, it could
We
have been
did a
that.
couple things on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, we did a thing of like Trump or Hillary, and then you staple your vote onto Joey, I think it was, or onto you.
I think on to me.
I think onto you. Yeah, so you had to staple like so people had to like like grab a stapler and staple their answer to somebody.
Does that hurt?
Yeah, a little bit.
What?
It must. What's the most
Painful.
painful thing? I mean, this is like the most cliche.
No,
question
but
to
if
ask
we talk
someone
about
like
before you go there, I think if you staple, what hurts the most is probably your tongue.
Ooh.
If you take a stack of papers and you staple it to your tongue, it's kind of cool. We used to do it in our live shows. Be like, yeah.
The tongue hurts.
Afterwards, you didn't take it off because it kind of swells.
Oh.
And where the staple goes in, it kind of leaves like these knots that are really painful for like 2-3 days. But then it goes away.
Oh, like in like the inner workings of the tongue.
You never work against the tongue, yeah.
Well, like
you could-
what's
you could
inside
say
the
that.
tongue, but like I would imagine, yeah, if you
But the worst thing if you sometimes miss it a little, so it just like kind of scrapes the side and leaves a little like
yeah.
slither on it.
yeah.
That takes a little while.
No,
My
but what's the
tongue
most
hurts.
painful thing like that you did that you've
Burn
done?
wounds.
Burns.
Probably burn wounds. I've burnt my face twice. Once when I was 6 years old in Finland, I was making my own bomb from like extra fireworks that we had, black powder,
Casual.
everything, and I went over it
No
and
big deal.
I was trying to light it up and it just blew up on my face. I burnt my whole face, all the hair in it. My nose was just one big scab.
Wow.
And then it was such a crazy time because when I went to, no, I wasn't, how old was I? I was 9 years old or 11 years old because I went to
It was
school.
yesterday.
Because I went to school and Jarppi has these things like whenever you get that scab from falling on a skateboard or
Okay,
something, you always
yeah.
like to pick it. So he was trying to pick off my nose and he got a corner and took it and my whole nose went off. Oh. So I'm quickly trying to don't take off my nose.
Oh my god.
But the burn
Oh
wounds
my
are.
God.
And then in 2010 we were filming Dudesons in America, and I was on top of this like big thing that we built that was like kind of like an apartment building thing, and Jarppi drove through it with a tank, and it had gas bombs on the sides, and the pyrotechnics didn't really count or calculate that when the tank's gonna go through it, it's gonna collapse, and the fire and the gasoline will like engulf me. They said it's gonna bounce off from the sides and I'll be fine. But you know what happened is as soon as Jarppi drives through it, I fall right into the splashing gasoline and it just burned my face. 3rd degree burn for once.
So you're not just getting hit with fire; it's like the hot gasoline.
But like,
Yeah,
how
it's
are you
on fire.
okay? Look at
Jesus.
this.
Yeah, gosh.
I got this bubble thing on my nose.
Yeah,
From the
that's
first.
crazy.
Bubble
Like,
thing.
it's like this is hollow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
from all the burns, so I have like air pockets on my nose.
Whoa. Your nose is like double jointed. It looks like or something.
What's
Wow.
your secret talent? Well, now that you ask.
Yeah. Thanks for asking.
But
You've also got like really stretchy skin, right?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Something weird.
yeah, I don't know if that's from the burns though.
But it's
That is very
but it's
elasticy.
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, this is me really trying.
You do that to your neck, though. You pull your neck, your stretches out a lot.
Oh, wow. I guess
Yeah.
it's based on Chachi's reaction. Well, I guess everybody is in the
I
neck.
don't know if it pulls
But
out
Yuka's
that much.
like Yuka's cheeks are stretchy.
That kind of hurts.
Your
though.
cheeks are.
Are they? They're pinchy.
No,
Yeah.
his go further.
They're
His go,
pinchable.
Yeah, I got a little stretch on my.
You got a little elasticity.
yeah, seriously.
But then some of the other, I mean, I broke my back twice, and that was pretty painful because it also takes half a year to recover from it. And I had a problem because I felt like I was losing all the, like my left leg was going numb, so it was also at the same time really scary.
Ooh.
And it was the same damn stunt that I did both times. We called it
Crash a car into a wall.
stairway,
Fuck up your face.
stairway to heaven. But it was a ladder that I climbed, a really tall ladder that I climbed all the way to the top, and it was on flat ground. Yarpi was holding it. As soon as I reached the top, Yarpi lets go and walks away, and then you got and you fall down with it. And I fell down in the wrong angle, so my like vertebrae hit each other, and it cracked a piece off. And the other time, there's like a bone bridge that goes over your whatever the very important part of your spine is, spinal cord.
I think the whole thing's pretty important. Wait, you said you fell the wrong way. What's the right way to fall?
I haven't figured out. I haven't, you know, they say third time's the charm, but I left it at
Left it at two.
Left it
yeah.
at 2.
Well, then what was? And is that Dudesons in America as well, or no?
No, that was before.
Because Dudesons in America, you guys got like the gnarliest injuries, right? Like your stunt coordinators were always kind of.
Yeah,
fucking
because
you.
we came here with this big dream, like now we can get all the like the biggest stunts we've ever dreamed of done, and let's just do it. And we got these great stunt coordinators that have done movies and everything. But what we didn't get was that we have a lot of know-how to, you know, create stunts where we can still take a fall and not necessarily get hurt.
Yeah.
But we trusted everything to the stunt coordinators and just went with it. And all the mistakes were either in the builds or in the cars or in the jumps or, you know.
Right.
So they kind of screwed up in the early part. So there was nothing we could actually do because it was something malfunctioned every time. So the first 2 weeks, 3 out of 4 Dudesons had gone to hospital. Jarno had broken ribs. Yarpi had broken spine. So it was like a collision fracture. 2 of his vertebrae like just crumpled.
Because he jumped a car that just didn't have the shocks it should have had
through
for
a
something like
container
that.
ship.
Right, a train was coming by. He rammed a truck through it, as you know, as guys do, and then it landed, and it just there's no no shock absorption in the car, so it just compresses.
Yeah, and had like soft seating and everything, so it's just like
and he's
all
still
the pressure.
kind of stiff.
It was a
I mean,
pressure
he's still
fracture.
kind of when he turns and looks. Sometimes it's right
Yeah.
a little bit. He's
A
still
little bit, yeah.
stiff.
He's still got some back pains.
So that and then you.
And then what's up?
Oh, come in.
And
JC
then,
is here, everybody. JC just walked in the door. This is the greatest episode of all time.
And then obviously I hurt my ass. I fractured my my tailbone, my knee, and my ankle got busted. And a week later, my face got burned.
And you broke your ass because you guys used to do a bit where you'd sit on the hood of a car or something. The car would crash into a wall, and then
would
it was just high
continue
enough, so
flying.
you guys would just fly forward.
Yeah, so
But
the stunt coordinator had a K-rail,
right.
which is planned on the way K-rails are designed is that it'll hit the car and it'll jump up on top of the K-rail so it doesn't go over the highway if it crashes, but it stays in the middle. So me driving 60 miles an hour to this wall and it just jumps the car up, the whole energy came to my ass and my like whatever I was sitting on it with, and that's why.
Which is crazy. It's like you were only there with the car for that one split second, because after that you're forward, you're gone.
Yeah,
And
but
in that
instead of
one
going
split
forward,
second-
I started going up.
oh,
So that's
My
what
body
kind of
hurts.
destroyed
Shit.
it.
Hearing you.
hi JC.
Hey!
Howdy.
Okay, cool. Hi. Good to see you. Hi guys.
JC is here, everybody. This is fantastic.
Give hugs, then I'll let you guys go.
Oh, come on. You don't
All the
want
way
to sit
from
right
Mexico
here.
City.
He's been around.
Please.
So wild.
I feel like I'm a time traveler. Sisu's so big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You saw him?
I just saw
Sisu just came out to get
Oh,
a
Sisu,
banana.
say hi.
He did.
Hi.
He's been
Say hi.
asking about
Hi.
it. Yeah, Sisu's been, my son was, what was he when we lived here?
Like 4.
5, 6, but he's been asking a lot about Paul and Chachi, and he told me the other day that, hey, you know, I got Paul and Chachi's numbers on my WhatsApp. So you might start getting some weird texts.
You should text me.
That's sweet.
I'd love to text with Sisu. JC would always make him do like Star Wars tricks, you know, because like he would
Oh,
like
yeah.
shoot lightning at Jukka or whatever in
Really
the
cool.
videos.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Sisu
yeah.
loved that. He would like, right? He would always want to see the cut
Super
because
cool.
you guys would do all sorts of fun shit.
And JC loves Star Wars, right? Because he gave me some good knowledge on Star Wars that I, you know, led back to Sisu, and I got some dad points. Some good stuff.
You told him like the
I
deep-
told him like I knew. That's the thing to do.
You told, you're like, I figured some stuff out.
Hey, for
And I'm
my
gonna
kids, I take all the credit I can.
Yeah, you need to.
Yeah.
Because
Oh
one
my
day
gosh.
you need it.
Yeah. Man. Like what other memories do you guys have from Peru? Like what, you know, leaving that, like you guys,
Because you don't have a
kinda-
lot.
Besides vomit
besides the vomit
and the
but,
diarrhea.
and the guinea pig's eye. But like you summited that mountain. And I know that was a huge deal for you. Like,
Yeah, because so I had done Ultimate Expedition in Finland, and we got hit on the way to the peak. We got hit by a huge snowstorm that was just throwing people around on the mountain, and then nobody summited, and we came back down, and then we prepped this show for so long, or tried to sell it for so long in the U.S. to make it again, and my personal goal was that I need to go and summit that damn mountain, so. There was a lot on stake, and also the whole pressure of getting the U.S. Rapid Films to do something big here and everything. So,
dude,
I think the moment when I got up on the peak and to the summit was just like overwhelmed with emotion of everything that just happened, and a lot of things culminated there. And I also did a lot of self-realization on the mountain, like what I want from my life, because you're there.
they're talking
They're
about
so
Star Wars.
delirious. You can hear from the laugh.
But a lot of things culminated or culminated on that summit
The
of
year
that
like
mountain.
realizing things.
Yeah, I mean,
Coming in life and career and just who I want to be, and have I forgotten the little Jukka inside me, that like in my heart, that what I actually want to achieve in life. I love that my wife is always laughing at my choice of words or the way I describe things.
that cute little boy that blew up our face.
Making it his own bomb.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it was such an impossible task to get that show done from the get-go.
Well, that's
We
what I'm thinking.
only
Like,
had a
that's harder than
month.
climbing the mountain, right? Like selling the show, producing the show.
And being a newcomer production company in the US, and when I first pitched the show to our agents, they were like, oh, that'll never fly here. The insurance, everything's going to be crazy. I'm like, well, why? But last year, 8 people died trying to summit this mountain. Wasn't the best sales pitch.
Then that was your opening line at orientation for us. I'm already there in the city, and you're like, "Yeah, so this is a mountain. 8 people died here this year." I'm like, "Great pep talk,
What are we
dude.
doing?
Thank you."
But it was the real thing. That's why it needed to be also said out loud that nobody except Steve-O went there like he had
The
5
screw.
sizes too big of a shoe. He didn't have any shoes. He didn't have any socks. He was just carrying his backpack, walking around in jeans. He's like, yeah, dude.
So funny. And his like his
With
the
his
pins in his
adopted dog.
ankle.
Yeah.
The pins in his ankle too, right? He was like so pissed coming down from the Ishinka, that first mountain that you
Yeah.
guys did.
Yeah.
He was just so pissed coming down. He's like, my fucking ankle's gonna explode. I know it. He's like, he was so mad.
was a wild
But everything with
time.
Wendy was so crazy. Like
It was.
And there was a moment where like they came down, I think from Ishinka, and like Wendy had like, because she was
No.
left at base
It
camp.
was-
She escaped base camp and found you guys.
It was when we were doing the glacier practice,
okay.
and we had left. It was like a 3-hour hike or something.
Uh-huh.
And as we're coming down, Wendy's like, "I'm here now." She had broken out of base camp and followed Steve-O's scent, which is not too hard to
for like
follow.
miles. Though.
especially during that time of no showering.
That's so funny. Yeah, it was easy set for a dog. Come on, it's a walk
But
in the
the
park.
whole Wendy story is so incredible. It just tells like who Steve-O is. And because I remember seeing Wendy. So in Peru, in Huaraz, that village or town that we were in, where we were acclimating and where he found Wendy, there's these things called piss alleyways, where all the men go and piss on the street, and it smells the worst, and there's trash and everything. But it was a great shortcut. So after a production meeting, me and Wes, we were walking back to the hotel, and we decided to cut through the piss alley, and we see Wendy eating a dirty diaper, like a poop diaper. And they're like, oh. And then just continue. And then the next day, Steve-O is bringing a dog to the hotel, and we're looking at, wait, that dog looks familiar. It's all up in Steve-O's face, kissing him. And then he takes him to the hotel and showers and baths the dog. And the hotel manager comes, and you can't bring any wild dogs here. You can't bring stray dogs here. That you have two options: throw away the dog, or you gotta sleep outside. And Steve-O's like, hey, can somebody put up a tent for me? So he actually ended up sleeping. These are the few days that we have left before we go for, almost 3 weeks up in the mountains with very thin air and headache and uncomfy and all that.
Yeah.
So he decides to move away from his bed and sleep in a tent outside on the yard of the hotel with Wendy. And it was incredible because Wendy just like knew that that's my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my
Immediately.
guy.
And he always slept with before we went up to base camp, he always slept with the tent open in case she wanted to go her own way.
Yeah.
And even when he did the interviews, he left her there, and she always came back for him.
She's
That's so
incredible.
sweet.
Yeah, and so I see Wendy all the time. I'm at
Really
Steve's all the
cool.
time,
Yeah.
and she's still
Wendy.
she's still amazing.
It was always just why Wendy? He was like, yeah, this is Wendy, baby girl.
Baby girl!
Yeah.
It was a perfect stripper name, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. It was like,
Baby girl!
interesting choice of name.
He was so funny too. There was one because trying to keep
Frosty.
Wendy from what you guys were doing was a
Yeah,
task
tough.
because she would escape whatever. So there was one where you guys were just kind of hiking up a pretty vertical thing or something, and they were like, "Oh, we can't have Wendy there because she might knock a rock down, and that's gonna hit everybody, you know."
Yeah.
And then Steve's on camera being like, "Yeah, they say Wendy's gonna knock rocks down and hit people. She would never do that." They're like, "We're not saying she's gonna do it on purpose." He's like, "She's a good she would never do that." It was so
funny.
innocent,
Steve, do we like Chuckley Dale? I'll just kick this rock on
Yeah,
him.
exactly. To win the show or something. Yeah, man, Chuck Liddell, what a cool
What a
fucking
team
dude.
player.
Yeah,
We were doing.
So
what was
full of
it?
heart.
Yeah, he was just so kind and just a big teddy bear. I remember we were going, I think maybe to the glacier or doing some test something. We were already at base camp. And I started to feel really nauseous and just not feeling so great. And at that point, if you were throwing up or not doing so well, you're out kind of thing. So I knew that he knew that it was a temporary feeling, which I knew as well. So he pretended to not feel so well and slowed down to go at a slower pace for me.
wow.
It was really cool. Cool guy.
Yeah.
But I think the whole thing was just such an impossible task, from selling the show, being able to produce it and cast it, and we only had about a month of time to do it. Because you gotta climb
Right,
in July.
The weather, yeah.
It's ideal to climb in July and a little over to August, the first week of August. But after that, the blizzards and the snow gets too dangerous, so you can't climb. So we had a very short time leading up to it. And the way we were casting this, YouTube was giving us names that we can work with. And once we locked down someone, they'd give us the next name. So it was 24/7 trying to work through all this. And, we kept hitting walls because we're like, okay, we have a great person, diversity, this and that.
Yeah.
We can have this person on the show. This is exactly what YouTube wants. But then through the medical testing, something pops up that is genetic and we can't have that person. But at the same time, it's something that I can't tell to YouTube the reason because it was a medical thing. So also at the same time setting the person like into a bad light. I know something popped up in medical history that he can't be part of it. And then like so it's such a tricky thing, or Gus Kenworthy being in the show. And then they're like, oh no, but the Olympics are the year that it's coming out. He can't be on any TV shows that show ads. And we're like, oh my God, well, this is a different platform. It's a video on demand. So he can be on, like there's so many hoops and things and just a lot of red tape we had to
It was
cut
pretty...
through.
You could have just been on summer vacation in Finland. What were you thinking?
I know. And that's another joke. It's like, so, obviously the show cost a lot. And the first week leading up to going to Peru, we had to use like 3.5 million to buy all the gear, to get everything from cameras to computers to tents to whole base camp. And Google was able to like make their payments come faster, but it was about 2 weeks. So we're missing 2 weeks. We need 3.5 million. And we're calling Finland saying, but everybody is on vacation in July. So we get hold of our CEO on an island that he walks into a little local bank over there and settles everything. And the next day we had 3.5 million, and that week we had spent it. Because we needed to buy everything. We needed to buy everything and all the like hard drives, for example. We had to get the serial numbers and get them to Peru to the customs so that we get that stuff in the country. So there was so many little things that were just kind of like...
That was such a cool
miracle.
experience, though. I would love to do something like that again. It was obviously very life-changing for me.
Yeah, and out of all the getting the show done, and obviously, Paul, you getting hurt, and then all that stuff, like it was such a crazy journey, and I'm glad everything came through, alive.
Yeah.
And I think...
And the start of something pretty wonderful, I'd say,
and
too.
the best thing that came out was that I met the woman of my life there. And I ended up, falling in love with Chachi after the show and when I had divorced. And at the same time, really kind of finding my own happiness.
That's good. That's
So
beautiful.
it's an incredible thing. But I heard something like that happened to you as well.
I was going to say, it's not far from our story, too. I'm not sure Paul would have ever spilled his feelings for me had he not
Oh, yeah. So
faced death.
maybe I
that
did
day.
tell you that, but like I've had a crush on Christine since I met her when we were 8 years old. And like I just never told her. Like I was too shy or whatever. But we were friends. But then while I was laying in the rubble like that day when everyone's looking for me, I didn't think I was going to die, but I'm thinking about my life, and it's like, man, like, and I was kind of like, like, what are they going to say at your funeral? Like, Paul was nice, like, there's no, like, here's his song, or like, here's his music, or like, here's his movie he wrote. Like, I have no body of work to point to. And I was kind of bummed about that. And then I was also like, yeah, man, and like, you never told Christine how you feel about her, like, And so the next time I saw her, I told her how I felt about her. And then
Wow.
now
that
we're
is
getting married
such
in a
an
week.
Incredible thing. Congrats.
Yeah. So like it
Thanks,
changed
Daddy.
my life profoundly too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Peru. And obviously falling and almost dying just changed a lot of things.
Yeah, I feel like you live tenaciously.
Which I kind of already was, but I just like even more, I guess. And like I'm trying to like put shit out. I didn't know that I cared about that, like leaving things behind. I didn't know it was so important to me. But like laying there, it's like I was kind of bummed I wasn't leaving any like art behind.
Oh.
And
What do you want your legacy to be?
I don't know. Just that Paul was nice.
Your interview.
At best.
Like, yeah, no, I don't know. Just like
He was pretty good at playing jail.
Yeah, he played jail the best, We've been playing jail here with the children.
He did not go to jail that I know of.
No, I've never been to jail. I don't know my legacy. It's a good question. Like,
Do you know your legacy? What you want it to be? The few things that you want the people to remember you.
I think it's more of like motherhood. I think is an important part for me. I've always wanted to be a mom. I think that's how you do it. I work with kids. I've always worked with kids. I think it's important to make a difference on people that are coming up.
The future
and
generation.
Make a connection. You never know what moments are big moments for kids, And I think a lot happens in a kid's day, right? There's like a million moments that
So
like,
many feelings
somehow,
and emotions
right?
too.
That's a lot of opportunities to
Yeah.
like really connect, and
Yeah.
so I think that's usually what I focus on.
That's really good. And there was a billionaire that said it. I just saw it on Instagram, but he said, what is success to him is that his kids still want to come home for dinner.
Yeah.
And his kids want to visit home on holidays. And because it's so easy to get buried in work and just do your own career, and you forget that the kids are so small only for such a little time to be there, be in the moment with them, because they can teach us so much, the innocence, the always adventuring and exploring life, the comedy and like questioning things and asking things. And it's just the best joy to come home and just drop everything and be there for the kids, with the kids.
So
Yeah.
present. Yeah.
And that's what my legacy, I want to be remembered as a great dad and a great friend and a great husband.
That's good.
But I want to be known as more than a crazy stunt guy or anything. I really want to be remembered as a dad who was always there for the kids and who helped them and guided them, but also obviously let them try their own wings and fly when the time comes.
Yeah.
But still be there for them when they need help. And that I really want them to come home, like for dinners and holidays, and to still spend time with the old folks when they grow older and me even more old.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Which is not too far. I'm 43 in a week.
Not yet.
In a week. Happy birthday.
No, thank you. Happy future anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, we'll
Okay,
be.
now we know
But wait, you
Finland
missed
in
a day.
August. We'll celebrate.
There we go. Maybe we'll celebrate next summer in Finland.
Yeah, that sounds
Oh man.
fun.
Well, thanks so much, you guys, for doing this. This is really special and cool. You've been
Thank you
on
for
our.
having us.
Yeah.
Our pleasure. We
Yeah.
really love you guys, and obviously Paul, we go way back. And I'm so happy that you're alive and kicking. And you're
Hell
such
yeah.
a cool
Happy
guy
you're
and
alive.
also an inspiration. So thank you.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
A camera just died, so it's perfect time.
perfect
Thank
timing.
you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
by the way. Peace. Yeah. Love you guys. Thank you.
Ooh, ooh.
Love you, Chachi. Love you,
Love you
Jukka.
guys.
Yeah, what fun.
Good night, everybody.
Ooh, that was fun.
Sounds like sleep is going well.
Yeah, JC.
He like woke up all your kids. He's like, "Where are your sisters?" Cecil's like sleeping. He's like, "Well, let's go get them."